It's been quite a while since we've had any new news about the ongoing investigation into Matt Gaetz, but late this week, we got some pretty interesting news. And that news is that Joel Greenberg, the former Seminole County tax collector who was good buddies with Matt Gaetz and has already been charged with 6 counts, has been cooperating with the federal authorities. Sources close to the investigation have revealed this week that Greenberg has been giving them a treasure trove of information, and plenty of it seems to implicate Matt Gaetz. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of Venmo transactions, DMs, text messages, emails, videos, photos, everything. Now, not every single piece of information that they have received is about Matt Gaetz. Obviously, there's other persons of interest. I believe the original indictment said 5 men being investigated. So, of course, not all of it's about Matt Gaetz. But unfortunately, right now, we don't know the names of the other ones, so we can only talk about Matt. But don't worry, there is plenty to talk about with Matt. Greenberg, during one conversation with one woman, according to the documents and messages reviewed by ABC News, set up a meeting with her, and he said, "I'm going to bring my friend." And she said, "Okay," and he wanted her to bring her friend too. And she said, "Okay, but just so you know, our fee is typically $400 per meeting. So we can all pretty much go ahead and assume what this is about. You're paying a woman for her company." Oh, and Greenberg in the same message, by the way, also asked her if she was cool with doing drugs. And then later on in the messages, Greenberg sent this woman a picture of Matt Gaetz. And all the picture said was "my friend." So Greenberg indicated that this was in fact the friend that he was talking about, who was also, I'm assuming, going to pay for the company of these women. And here's where it gets really disgusting. The picture that Greenberg sent her was a selfie that Matt Gaetz took at Pea Ridge Elementary School. An elementary school selfie. And she responded with, "Ooh, my friend thinks he's really cute." Greenberg then replied that Gaetz was, quote, "down here only for the day. We work hard and we play hard. Have you ever tried Molly?" Yeah, Gaetz is in trouble, folks. Gaetz is in trouble. Because again, that's just one tiny little message. Gaetz, obviously, last week, as we talked about on last weekend, put out his first episode of his podcast, Firebrand. And he denied all of this. He said it's a deep state plot against him. In speeches out there, he has said, "They're only coming after me because they want to come after you. I'm just in the way." No, Matt, starting to look really, really undoubtable that you are guilty. And Greenberg has actually had his sentencing delayed because he is providing the investigators, the prosecutors, with such vital information that they don't want him to go away yet. They're enjoying all of this. And Greenberg, apparently, according to all this information that has been received now, has all the receipts. I mean, in some instances, quite literally receipts of paying for women. This is going to get bad for Matt Gaetz. There had been speculation from some legal experts that if Gaetz were to make it through all of July without having any charges filed against him, that he was likely in the clear. I don't think that's the case at all. Nope, definitely not. We may have had some breaks. We may not have gotten any new news for over a month. But this bombshell here, the revelation of just some of these messages, and by the way, I just read you one. Yeah, Gaetz is in more trouble than we probably think. And that's probably why he has started recently talking about it more and more, trying to debunk it or shift the focus of it in both his podcasts and in his speeches, because he knows that something's coming, and it's really not going to be good for him based on what we know now.